this is 12.5 of geometry. So we're going to continue looking at circles, but we're going to look at them in the coordinate plane, okay? So if we graphed it on our x and y axes. So here's our equation, okay? You can think of this as being similar to the y equals mx plus b, right? That sort of thing. So when we fill in numbers, you'll just have the x and y left. So you're going to plug in numbers for your h, your k, and your r. HK is your center, and r is your radius. Okay, if you want to memorize that h goes with x and k goes with y, you can. If you think about it in an ordered pair, x, y, it's alphabetical, right? X comes first in the alphabet and then y. The same thing works with h and k. H comes first in the alphabet and then k comes. So you don't need to understand exactly how it works, but what you do need to remember is that in the equation there are minus signs in our parentheses. If it helps you to remember that using the distance formula, the distance formula is exactly how we get our equation for a circle. So if you already know that there's subtraction signs in the distance formula, maybe that'll help you remember that there are subtraction signs in the circle formula. I don't know. The other thing to make note of is that this equation is the standard form of a circle equation, okay? So that's the way we leave it. We don't distribute, we don't multiply, all that. That's exactly what it's going to look like. So let me write out our equation. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And now we're going to do these two problems to write the standard equation. So we've got a center at 3, 5 and a radius of 6. If it helps you to label, you can label these h, k, and r. Or if you just remember the x value of your center always goes with the x parentheses. The y value always goes with the y parentheses. So this is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 6 squared. And I can clean it up. In this case, I just need to simplify my radius. And there we go. This is your answer. You don't have to do anything else to it. That's exactly what it should look like. So let's try this one. X minus negative 2 squared plus y minus negative 1 squared equals the square root of 2 squared. So I got a little bit more cleaning up to do. I'm going to change this to be x plus 2 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals a square root and a square undo each other. They're opposites. So I'm just left with 2. And this would be my answer. Okay, so we're going to use the distance formula because we need to write the standard equation of the circle, and we're given a center, and we're given a point that it goes through, a point that's on the circle. But to fill out our circle equation, we need to know what the radius is. So if you imagine we have this same sort of deal going on, right? I need to figure out what's the distance from the center to the point, and that's just going to be my radius. So we'll use our distance formula, which is right up here. So d or r, whatever you want to write, is equal to the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. So I'm going to call this, I'll call negative 1, 1, my x1 and my y1. And I'll call my center my x2 and my y2. So if I plug into this, r is equal to the square root of 4 minus negative 1 squared plus 3 minus 1 squared. So this is the square root of, this turns into 4 plus 1 squared, and this over here turns into 2 squared. We'll work sideways, which is 5 squared plus 2 squared, which is square root of 25 plus 4, which is the square root of 29. I'm going to leave it like that, And you'll see why in a second. So now I'm going to plug it into my circle equation. So x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So this was my radius that I just found, and I already had my center in my equation, or in my information. So I can plug those in. X minus 4 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals the square root of 29 squared. If I clean it up, the only thing I need to clean up is my radius over there. And this is the reason that I left it as a square root, because the square root and the square cancel out, and I get 29. And this would be my answer. Okay, now graphing a circle. So, we've got this equation, x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 100. If it helps you, you can write out the formula below it. And match them up. So my x's match up, minuses match up, so h is 2. Y's match up, my minuses match up, so k is 3. So this means my center is at 2, 3. Now my r doesn't match up, my r squared doesn't match up with anything there. So I'm going to rewrite this. 10 squared is the same thing as 100. So now my squareds cancel out and my r, my radius, is 10. So let's draw our graph on here. So I'm going to suggest you do it a little bit different than the book does it, okay? They want you to use a compass. We don't use compasses, and so I don't think you're going to be carrying a compass. So first put your center at 2, 3. Okay, so there's my center. And now if I have a radius of 10, I'm going to count up 10 from the center, put a dot. I'm going to count down 10 from the center, put a dot. I'm going to count left 10 from the center, put a dot. I'm going to count right 10 from the center, put a dot. So let's go up first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to go down from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put a dot. Go back to my center and go left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put a dot. And then for my center, go right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and put a dot. And you're going to rough sketch in your circle, which I'm sure I'm going to do really poorly on here. Let's see. Oh boy, it's going to look a little more, whoa, a little more like Humpty Dumpty. Hey, not great, but not bad. Right? As long as you've got those 5 points, your center, and those 4 points, I'm okay with it. I understand that it's hard to draw a good circle. And there's your homework.